again. Um, I'm actually recording this not too long after the last video, but it was a little bit. It's not even cold like the 8th. Like I didn't turn the air back up after the sun went down, and it's like hot as hell outside. But I have the fan on. I was a little bit chilly, so I threw the blanket on. Yeah, so I turned the lights down because it's story time. I didn't feel the need for the oppressive. They're not even studio lights; they are repurposed, like art studio lights. The one is I don't remember what the brand is. Off Light. And it casts very bright white light. And the other is this big, bigger than my head, ring light, which the wiring's a little bit bad. So when you touch it, you get zapped. So I have it on a surge protector I use as an on-off switch. Now that I say it out loud, that's really bad. But at least when it's not on, it's the power's cut, and I don't have to actually touch it or the cords or the on switch. But it also casts very bright white light, which if I was serious about color balance, like I wouldn't just have the buffer lamp on in the background. Anyway, so it's story time. This is Home Companion. It's another one of the stories that I kind of it all came to me at once, and it's just gone through some very minor revisions since I made the first draft. So we'll just go through it. Yeah, I'm gonna turn the video off because why bother keeping it on when I'm just gonna read. So yeah, let's get into it. I woke up this morning to my mother's voice in my ear. Rise and shine, she said from out of a dream. Going through my routine, shower and brushing teeth and combing hair, I could hear Dad singing from the kitchen and the smell of French toast cooking on the stove. It was some half-remembered ditty about the Titanic. Something, something built the ship Titanic, and I sort of hummed along while dressing. What are you doing today? My sister asked from the dark half of the breakfast nook. Same old, I said, then, remembering. There's a meeting today with the headmaster's office, something about a new machine in the works that they want me teaching on. A long pause, longer than felt comfortable. Neat. Think they'll give you a raise along with your extra duties? I doubt it, but you never know. What are you doing today? She always answers the same way with a few variations. Today it's the hump day version. I'm just looking forward to the end of the week already. Can't believe it's only Wednesday. The last word came out elongated, almost a whine. I could almost buy it this time. It was exactly like I remembered it after all. I'm going now, I said to the room at large. The moment I turned away, the room lightened, shades lifting and controls on the windows slackening. The room, well decorated and clean, was devoid of human life when I left. Around lunch, I got a text. Food. She never changes. Anytime my sister is hungry, it falls to me to order us lunch. I texted back, Mexican? And opened one of the delivery apps I have reward points on. It shouldn't cost too much to have something brought to the office. Students flooded in and out, toying with the new machine I've been tasked with running while bringing everyone up to speed. I just have to stay a day ahead of them, and I'll look competent. I got another text. It's a link to a social media post I've seen a few times already. It's kind of old, one of the ones from back when those apps were still fresh and new in people's eyes. Not much, a cat tripping and getting back up like it was nothing, accompanied with the comment, "Kitty," and several emoji. The sender was, surprise, surprise, my sister's account. I've really got to add more material to the home server if she's going to send me the same cat meme over and over again. I told the kitchen to make steak and potatoes for dinner. Something simple it has on the books is both cheap and in abundance. The meat is synthetic, but it tastes better when Dad makes it with lots of butter. While Dad fires up the grill, Mom asks, "How do you want the potatoes?" "Spicy mashed?" I tentatively requested. A pause, not too long this time. "That sounds tasty, dear. Dinner should be ready in 15 minutes. Dad gave a terrible rendition of Molly Malone. Mom giggled good-naturedly at his antics. My sister groaned from the couch, facing away from me at the television. I kept the lights dim and started to smell butter, not quite burning, in the auto pan. "Want me to put something on?" my sister asked. I looked at the TV and said, "Sure, something familiar, okay?" An old movie came on, animated but familiar and soothing. I could follow without actually watching and put my head down at the unlit dining room table. I was brought up from my light doze by a plate clattering in front of me. "The slop's on," Dad said. "Actually, it's steak and potatoes, but you'll like it anyway. Go wash your hands and sit down to eat with us, hon." I didn't move, instead just digging in. The meat was tasty, if slightly overcooked, and the potatoes were spiced right, and I didn't look anywhere but my plate with the sounds of chewing and cutlery to both sides and in front of me at the large mahogany table. The insurance payout bought it. It's something Mom said would complement the baseboards and wall sconces, and it does. It really does. Even with most of the chairs gathering dust in the month or so before the hired cleaners come through on their set schedule. Come to think of it, was that a suggestion she made this year or before? The most common complaint I hear through the home security forum is that it's wasteful for a single man to be living in this big house alone, not to mention pointlessly complicated to build security into. "This can't go on forever," my doctor said over the picture-perfect connection. "It's like she's in the room with me for our weekly get-together. I was behind this idea at first, but you've been regressing for several months now as a result." "I have to disagree. If anything, I feel better than I have in years." "While I understand your reluctance to distance yourself from the home system you set up, I can turn it off at any time," I insisted. "Yes," she said. "Yes, you can. I know it's been pleasant, but you've told me your stress at work when you're away from home has gone up, and I believe your new home companion might be part of the cause. Would you like to discuss ways of moving beyond home use?" "Yes," I should have said, but what came out was wholly different. "You say that like I'm living in a drug den." "Not at all, not at all," the doctor said soothingly. I hate being soothed. "I just want what's best for you." "Then," I started, but cut myself off. I was about to be horrible, and I don't do that anymore. I just sat there staring away from the screen's built-in camera. "What if I come up with some strategies to email you, and we can talk that way about this?" I leapt at the olive branch. "Yes, I'll keep an eye on my mail." We signed off, exchanging kind words, and I turned to my email client. I check it about as much as I check my phone or social media, which isn't more than once or twice a week. But I watched paint dry, waiting for the doctor's email. I can't say I liked her ideas, which largely revolved around disabling the personality matrices from my home companion system. It was one of those pervasive, unskippable online ads that suckered me into their office in the first place. This hole in the wall in what used to be an historic building before a tire took out the authentic 20th century facade. "Hear their voices today," it said. "From a memory scan to your home companion, your loved ones return now. Just message loving reunion today for a consultation to see if you can rediscover your loved ones today." I think it was geared more toward old folks, the kind of people who have their grandkids set up the system and let them age and go crazy in relative peace. Sort of a modern, real-world River Leaf. I knew the risks. I went into the office anyway. When I did turn them off, 2 years and a tiny little major breakdown later, it was like losing them all over again. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a good night.